Hey guys, what's poppin'? What's good? It is your older brother Brumal, and I am finally back with more of this. I say finally, it's been, last time I played this game was July 9th. It is September 30th right now. Oh man, there's been a lot that's been going on. Reason why two reasons why I stopped recording. One was because I'm not looking forward to this chapter that we're about, or this particular part of the chapter that we're about to do. As you can see, the team that I'm rocking are these three, because I know what boss fight I'm gonna bring up, and this boss ties heavily with these three. Granted, the guy told me to not bring Joshua and Estelle. However, for dialogue purposes, I'm bringing Joshua and Estelle because the team I was supposed to be rocking was Richard, Olivier, and Mueller. But we're not gonna do that. I'm solely bringing these guys simply for dialogue so you guys can get that actual experience, whatever. But anyways, that's, y'all know what we like to do on this channel. All right, we like to put God first. So this brings into the second reason. I kind of slipped back into some of my old my old sin. I know a lot of guys struggle with this, but my old sin was lust, and I went back to that. And I'm currently working through that with God at the moment. Yes, I'm humble enough to say that your boy has a problem with lust. All right, guys, your boy has a problem with lust, and I want to bring your guys' attention to Genesis chapter 39. If anything, this tells you directly. It follows the story of Joseph. In this one, for a little brief thing about Joseph. Joseph's own siblings sold him, and then he got sold to Egyptians, where he became, I don't know the exact term for it, but he started living with one of the Egyptian guard captains. I believe his name was Potiphar, if I'm not mistaken. And Potiphar saw that Joseph was blessed, so that's the reason why he brought him into his household, so his household could be blessed. However, when Potiphar wasn't around, Potiphar's wife kept trying to sleep with Joseph, and Joseph ran away from that. She caught onto his arm. He was able to undo himself from, I believe it was they didn't have jackets back then, did they? They had jackets, coats maybe. But yeah, he was able to, he left his garment in her hand while trying to run away. So she used that, she got frustrated. She used that as a way to pin it on him. Basically, Joseph got Me Too'd, guys. He got falsely Me Too'd for the most part. And then, Potiphar was upset with that, and he put Joseph in prison. But right there is where, how do I explain this? This video is all over the place. I don't plan these videos out, guys. These are just my own thoughts at the moment. So basically, when lust comes to us and is tempting us, like Joseph, we need to physically run away from it, guys. I know some people think that they can sit there and I can hold off. No, you cannot. I'm living proof of that. I thought I could fight my lust off. No, you cannot fight lust off. I don't care what anybody says, you will fall to it. That's why you need to actually physically run away from it, guys. And this doesn't go for the men. This goes for the women too. You run from that stuff, guys. Run from it. And I can't get that back, so that's fine. I'm gonna need my CP when we get to this fight, so that's going to suck. But yes, that's all I wanted to share with you guys right now. If you guys want to read that specific chapter that I'm talking about, is Genesis chapter 39. And then there's other things with lust in there too. I know Proverbs covers a good chunk of it as well. Which I recommend everybody reading Proverbs, because Proverbs is just really good. Has them basic instructions for y'all. Basic instructions. All right. So let's see, where are we going? We're going to the school. No, we're going back to the Arabic scenic view. Oh my goodness, I am not looking forward to this. Where are we supposed to be going? I believe we are supposed to go to the, I don't remember. Because Richard's the guy we need. We need to find the Carnelian Tower. I don't remember where the Carnelian Tower is, to be honest with you. Yep, that thing can see me. So monsters can see me at the moment. I'm not invisible. I wish that I was. So hopefully I can find the Carnelian Tower without getting spotted. He's like, nah, bro, that's not happening. Yeah, I didn't think so. Face of the monument is glowing. Where's the surface? The Lord of Phantasma does decree. Here lies the impregnable fortress. This is what I was looking for. All right. Basically, we need Richard for this. Great. Don't have a clue what impregnable fortress could be referring to, but I think we all know who we're gonna need with this one. With us this time. Crap. But I suppose there's no point in debating if I am fit to be called his successor. No one else seems to match the description after all. I'd like to try touching it if you don't mind. Let's go. Oh man, so how you guys been? There's been so much stuff going on lately, guys. There's the whole Charlie Kirk thing. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. You know, I thought it was despicable on how many people were celebrating that man's death. That was a good man right there. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you thought he said. The man's not a racist. That was a good man of God right there. And I'm sorry, but actually, no, I'm not sorry. If you laughed at that man's death or celebrated that man's death, I have to say your father is Satan. I'm so sorry. Cause it was just disgusting. Like, I work in the media and we aired all of that stuff, and it was just all the stuff that people were just all the bad things that people were saying about him was straight false, untrue, and just evil. Yeah, there was that. Oh man, that Ananta video came out last week. Woo, that was fun. I might play that for y'all. Try to document like all the story and all that stuff, because that game looks really fun. I'm excited to try that. You know, if the Lord wills it, you know, if he wills it, then yeah, I would love to play that game for y'all. Anything else? I don't think there was anything else, but yeah. Anyways, all right. Now the riddle makes sense. What better place to describe as the impregnable fortress than this? Man, I'm not trying to go in there, bro. Oh my goodness. You guys already know who the final boss is going to be in this area. Good old Langston Fortress, huh? I can already tell that we're going to be in for a real fun welcome. Well, aren't we in for a treat? I think it's safe to say that whoever is waiting for us, and I can think of a few who may be, we're going to need to give this battle our all. Sorry. This isn't an area that we can conquer with anything less than our top form. Tell me about it. This is going to be quite the challenge. Oh, speaking of which, Sky 1 got the remake. That came out last week as well, or 2 weeks ago, I think. I probably won't play that game until a little bit later. We'll see how far we get. Maybe once we finish this game, I might buy it and play it for you guys. But if I play it, I will probably release it in like once a month or something, maybe. They'd be like, we don't trust your already uploading schedule. You're right. I wouldn't trust my upload schedule either. But you guys get the idea. Okay. So there's some stuff over here, but I don't think we can go in here. Oh, no, we can. Oh, wait. That sounds like... everyone spread out. Who tried to shoot me? Uh-oh. We don't stand a chance. Indeed, we have nothing to gain but staying here any longer. Retreat. Bro, they tried to cap me. they said black up. It's like, what were we supposed to? Oh yeah, what are we supposed to do against that? That thing was just crazy. And we don't stand a chance. I doubt we weren't meant to do anything against it. It's more likely to serve as a warning that we shouldn't go this way for now. How about we investigate elsewhere instead? Works for me. As long as that we're alive, there's always a chance we'll be able to get through here later. So yeah, we can't go in there until we beat this area. So once we do, because that has 2 good items for us, a headband, I believe it is. That area and another area, which is the barracks, I believe, they have a Super Gladiator belt and a Super Gladiator headband. Something that will come in handy at a later date. Oh, I wasn't expecting to fight this thing. I suppose this is where I should welcome you all. I'm not looking forward to this. Lieutenant Colonel Sid? Huh. So you're our first opponent. It seems like you've been through quite a lot since the last time we met, Father Graham. I certainly hadn't expected this was what was going to happen back when we met in Grand Cell. All of this still feels like a bad dream to me, too, to be honest. You remember all what happened under Grand Cell's Cathedral, then? I do. I can't be sure exactly when the me that stands before you was created here. But I can say it must have been after that if my memories are anything to go by. It's good to see you again, Richard. This was hardly how I envisioned our reunion going, but it's good to be able to have one and all the same. Crap, I can't even talk. It's been forever since I read out loud. 2 months. Anyways, I can say the same to you. That being said, I wasn't expecting a soldier as formidable as you to be our first opponent. This bodes poorly for us. Don't count yourselves out just yet. Even if I have no intention on being defeated. This isn't fair. Why is there multiple of them? Alright. We're surrounded. On my armor as former garrison commander of Langston Fortress, I, Lieutenant Colonel Maximilian Sid. Really? Maximilian's your name? Anyways, we'll defeat you. Bro, this isn't fair. This game is dog water, and I don't have any crafts. I forgot to level up. Not level up, but whatever. That's fine. If I remember correctly, let's try to... Do I not have a... I thought I did. Well, screw it. Let's try to get rid of them all. Excuse me? Okay, Joshua.
Let's end this.
Let's just give them mortal punishment. That man survived with like barely little health. It took us 2 tries to do that, and golly. Oh man, getting blinded sucked, but hey. I expected no less from you, Richard. With the Knight of the Grosritter on your side, my loss was likely guaranteed from the start. Not at all. Breaking through your defensive formation was a real challenge. It's clear you've already surpassed me as a commander. Oh, hardly. I still got a long way before I can say that with confidence. And while I wouldn't ordinarily tell you as much, I won't waste this chance that you've granted me. You're a copy. Of course this chance is wasted. You can't do anything outside of here. Anyways, I still deeply regret that you decided to leave the army behind, Richard. That was how I felt with Brigadier General Bright, and I'm sure you remember where that led me. Our paths have parted, but we both inherited the last part of him, or the least part of him, whatever. I have the path of the sword, and you have the path of the soldier. While they may differ, we can both work towards the same goal. Huh, you're right, I suppose. Take this. Alright, we got the barracks key. The key to the barracks? As it seems you're aware, I'm but the first of several opponents that you have to face here. You'll want to prepare yourselves. The worst is to come. Father Graham, please, do all that you can to lead everyone trapped in this world safely back out of it. I have a feeling that you're the only one who can. Leave it to me. I will. Well, how very him. It's hard to not to respect him, really. Well, we should move on. He's shown us the path forward. We shouldn't let his goodwill go to waste. Got it. Off to the barracks we go then. All right, what is poppin'? What is good, guys? We are back. It's been about since the last part. I said the last part, but since the last cut, it's been about a month. I got distracted with other things that I wanted to do. We need to go to the barracks. I believe this is the barracks. Huh, what's in here? Alright, this is Langston's Fortune's first barracks. We should be able to open it using the key that we received from the Lieutenant Colonel. Huh, good call. Let's give it a shot then. Alright, let's get that door open. Alright. This is one of the only many barracks that we have in the fortress, so it's not that large inside. We shouldn't need to spend a long time in here. Got it. Alright, so we are going in. We go over here. I believe there's some stuff that we can do. I don't got full health, but I think I should be alright. I've been waiting for you, Your Excellency. We all know who this is. It's our girl, Kanon. He's like, what? Huh, so you're our next opponent. What a tragedy it is that we should be forced to meet under these circumstances. What did I ever do to deserve turning my blade against the man that I've always duly served? But please, never doubt even for a second that I'm doing this against my will. I would never even dream of fighting you if I had a choice. I understand perfectly well. But, if I may, I would rather you stop calling me Your Excellency. It was never fitting for a title of a mere colonel to begin with. And now, I don't even have that. I would rather you simply call me Sir, like you usually do in the office. I've grown very fond of it. Your Excellency, I'm sorry. Just while we're here, please let me call you... please let me call you the way I'd like to. The Kanon Amathea who stands before you is a symbol of my failure to truly move forward from the past. And something tells me that if this symbol were defeated by you... Dang, those people are really loud outside, okay. Then it will finally allow me to put the past where it belongs and be born anew. Kanon. Very well. In that case, do as you will. Meanwhile, we meet again, Estelle Bright. Yours isn't the name I'm likely to forget anytime soon. I heard that you're away from liberal training at the moment. I trust you're well. Well, I'm doing alright, thanks. So, you're running a research company with Colonel Richard now, aren't you? Indeed. In some ways, that makes us the Bracer Guild's business rivals. I'm sure we'll get to know each other much better over time because of that. But why not start now through battle? Don't hold back. I won't be. Alright, you can hold back a little. Yeah, terrible. Well, I can respect the whole wanna be reborn thing, but I see she hasn't ditched any of her old high-end ways. Is that how you pronounce that? Anyways, silence you. And she put out the blicky, and of course help. Of course help. Why isn't it against humans we can never fight fair? Well, Your Excellency, I have no intention on holding back. So, are you ready to begin? Anytime. Okay, so there's one particular one we need to kill first. CP Exord, excuse me? Bro, she took 50 CP? That's not fair. That's not fair. Okay. So this is the guy, heavily armored soldier, that we want to take out first. So let's get to impeding if I can. Or AT delays. Okay. What's everyone weak to? Golly! Oh my goodness! Oh, lost. Oh boy. All right, we got her. That was an easy boss fight.
All right, what's next?
Nothing. We won. That was a pretty easy one. Didn't take that long. Didn't die once. Well, my people died. I had to revive them twice. But we didn't get a game over, I should say. I knew I wouldn't be able to stand a chance against you, Your Excellency. The rest of you fought passably as well, I suppose. Thanks. You put up quite the fight yourself. You gave us a real run for our money yourself. All of you should make sure that you don't get in His Excellency's way in the battles ahead. God, I cannot. Yeah, I can't speak. Anyways, you'll be facing the strongest warriors in Liberio. He doesn't need you stopping him from fighting at his best. Way ahead of you. Kanon. It seems there's still something important left for me to do after all. However, I believe that by clearing the trials ahead, I will finally be able to do it. It's thanks to you that I feel ready enough to face the trials head on, so thank you. You don't have to thank me. I don't think there's anything more I could say for you right now. All I'll do is pray that you safely overcome the trials before you, and return to the real world unharmed. Thank you. I will. No, we're all gonna die. The command center key. Anyways, let's shuffle on to the heart of the fortress. That's the key to the command center, right? That's correct. It's the building directly in front of you when you enter the main courtyard from the entrance. This key should allow us access to it. Alrighty guys, we are back after like a week. Oh my god, my goodness, it's been a while. It's been a week since the previous fight. I'm just not motivated to do all these boss fights, guys. It's been boss after boss after boss after boss. But yeah, let's keep it going. Anyways. This building is the command center. Wow. Was the army compensating for something with this thing or what? Looks like there's about 3 floors to it, that right? We didn't see anything higher than the first floor when we snuck in here before. You think there's a staircase leading up nearby? Well, the building was deliberately designed to confuse would-be intruders. Oh, that's actually pretty smart, right? Oh, yeah, that's pretty smart. And unless the layout has changed significantly compared to the real fortress, one of those doors in here will lead us to the staircase leading up. Huh, thanks. Alright, shall we continue? Open that door for me, buddy. Everyone. These trials will be like none that we've ever faced before. Yet, there is but one clear path for us to take. So, I must ask, are you with me? It is only when we fight together that we can overcome the great wall that stands before us and attain victory. Huh. Still acts like a leader, am I right? Alright, so let's go this way first. I believe each room has something for us. What we got here? Amazing sparkling. What's in here? Got a Curia bomb. And a blind 2, that's nice. That's good to have. And here we have a new star door, which I already knew about. I believe this is star door 12. Alright, bring the representing patriot. Only he shall open the door, which is our boy. Which I believe this will give us a story. I don't think it's boss related. Yeah, star doors aren't boss related, right? Are they? I don't remember. By himself, so I don't think... Well, we did the one with Tita. That was... Yeah, this is just a story one. I figured we'd get this one out the way. I was going to save this for a different part, but I was like, you know what? I think this one's like maybe 20, 30 minutes long. Which will extend the video a little bit more, but yeah, I'm putting this fortress, this Impregnable fortress one all together. So, the RNA Research Ruan office. So this is where you set up. Mirano. Oh, Mirano, that's the girl's, that's the merchant girl's name. Yeah, can't remember, yeah. I believe that's her. Anyways, oh my, look at all of this. I hope it will prove useful. Yep, there she is. Oh, that's Richard in a suit. And look at Almathea. Anyways. Well, I see. You sure found a lot. With this many potential sales routes, I've got nothing to fear. I'll be able to make my move into the Erebonian capital as soon as I'm ready with this kind of information. I wonder, can you find her in Erebonia? Interesting. Well, you asked us to investigate the current situation with regard to the Orban sales in Erebonia. So I centered my investigation around stores in the region itself. And you did a fascinating job, too. Still, the problem of transport remains. After all, Old Borden's got his grubby hands all over the international liners already. It's true that the Borden family has preferential access to 40% of the low capacity of the international airlines leaving Libero for Erebonia. However, they are no longer the only available option. There are now private carriers as well. Ain't gonna lie, y'all. Kano she looking pretty good in the suit. Looking pretty good in the suit, girl. Anyways, well, here are some supplementary materials regarding that issue. My, you certainly come prepared, don't you? Well, this request ended up taking a lot longer than originally anticipated. Consider this a little extra on us in exchange. I like those who think 2 steps ahead. You sure you don't want to come and work for me? I'd pay you handsomely. I'm certainly flattered that you think highly enough of my skills to offer. I'm not sure I have what it takes to be successful in a cutthroat world of business, though. He probably could make it in business, actually. I mean, you started one, and she's probably the best businesswoman in the country at this point. I mean, we've seen her in the past 2 games, guys. This girl was all over making deals. Anyways. I'm a rather timid man, you see. Come now, you can't fool me. Oh well. Do keep my offer in mind, though, if you would. Please, allow us to escort you out. Oh, since I have you here, maybe I should give you one more thing to look into. I've already had Simon get started, but I'm not sure he's up to the task. I'd be happy to help if I can. Will this be another request to research a foreign market? It certainly will. Oops, sorry about that. Hit my mic. Oh, look at what you got there. Perfect. What's she see? This place right here. Ord State. I forgot about Ord State, actually. Yeah, I forgot that was a place. I don't really remember the significance of the place, but I remember I remember the thing being a place. Well, that's an unusual choice. It's quite the small place. That just makes it easier to seize a majority in the market. Small as it is, it's not like it isn't accessible by an airliner, and what market there maybe there is all but free for the taking right now. So you want us to research the potential size of the market there, in other words. Shall we focus entirely on orbit market, or broaden the scope of our investigation and into the market in general? The market in general. Do you think you can do it? With ease. I'll get in touch with one of our staff members stationed near the state right away and begin weighing options. That's what I wanted to hear. I'll be back next week. Anyways, we can discuss the details then. Ta-ta! Until then, take care. Weren't you supposed to escort her out? Or it's quite far inland. Weren't the right... Ooh. The Rains brothers. Okay. I wonder if they're the same people that I'm thinking of. Anyway, sorry. That's for something later. If I remember this, by the way, at the rate that I've been recording, like what? I record like an episode like once every 3 months? It sucks. I gotta get back into it. Anyways, in that general area of the continent. Yes, they are. I'll get in contact with him later. Thank you. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm thinking of the Rydford family, not the... You got the Rains, Rhineford, like they're expelled, like the first few letters of their names are the same. I think. Maybe I just can't spell. Well, she's not a merchant. She's not a merchant of bows or for nothing, is she? She's always coming in with such interesting, ambitious requests. She's not half as ambitious as you are. I think you may be overestimating me a little bit there. Well, can you show our next visitor in? Certainly. Me and my friend was making a joke about this, about Almathea. We were saying that, like, literally, if Richard wanted to, if Richard wanted it, Almathea will be happy to have his child. for how devoted she is to this man. Anyways. Hello there, Alan. Sorry for dropping in on you again. I just wanted to get your input on another little something regarding the city's finances. Oh. That won't be a bother at all. Please, take a seat. Yeah, sit your butt down, fam. So, exactly what can I help you with today? Are they not going to tell us? I want to know. What? Tell me! Tell me! They didn't want to tell me. That's fine. Alright, all seems to be going rather well with the business now, don't you think? Indeed. Although, I admit that it's taking some time to adjust my days being so peaceful. I do miss having a sense of tension in my life. Well, that's something you'll just have to live with, I'm afraid. We're civilians now, not soldiers. That's true enough. In any case, it's an honor to be able to live and work with you in the city where you were born. Your Excellency, there you go. Hang on. I would really prefer that you addressed me as Sir from now on. My apologies, sir. Well, there's no need to apologize. Oh. Well, I think we should probably go inside. I'm not sure I like the look at the sky. It couldn't be. Sir? Is something the matter? It's nothing of much importance. I just noticed that we have mistakenly received another letter intended for the mayor. It's understandable that it keeps happening, given that this building was previously his, but it's a tad troublesome nonetheless. I suppose I better go deliver it to him. It could be something important. Now, sir? Couldn't it wait? It seems like it's going to start raining any minute. It's not too far. Even if it does start raining, I won't be exposed for it that long. And can I ask you to handle some regular reports in the meantime? Yes, of course. And all we got to do is just slice up the raindrops before it hits us. Are they giving us control, or... Nope, it's just going straight there. Okay. Alright, there's no mistaking it. The letter was sealed in a special way that we used in the intelligence division. The letter itself is a meaningless decoy. The real message is concealed in how the envelope itself is sealed. And it means, come to the landing port. Someone in the intelligence division is calling me in hopes of speaking to me. Most likely because it bears a deep-seated resentment, because they bear a deep-seated resentment towards me and what I did to them. And I have a duty to go see them. After all, I was their commander. I was the one who pushed their life to rails and ruined their future. There he is. Who's this guy? Huh. I've been waiting for you. So, it's you, Sender. Indeed, it's good to see you again, Colonel. I'm pleased to see that you're still well. I'm not the Colonel anymore, Sender. Though I feel as though saying as much has become a hobby. No one around me seems to be willing to correct themselves. Oh, I'm aware, but today I intend to address you as Colonel nonetheless. I called you here because I have something that I need to ask you. I hope you can forgive me for forcing you to come here when the weather is so poor. If I can answer your questions, I will. Don't feel as you need to hold back on my account. If you can't accept something in the answer I give you, by all means say so. Then I'll get straight to the point. Why did you leave the army behind, Colonel? What happened to your love for your country? Dang. That thundercrack. I see. You at least returned to the military. I was relieved to see that in truth. You were always exceptionally a capable soldier. Golly, I can't read. Even back in the military academy. If you hadn't had the misfortune of meeting me, if you hadn't the misfortune of being caught up in my foolishness, you would probably be a field officer by now. I'm truly sorry about what I did to you. Please, don't get me wrong, Colonel. I don't in any way blame you or harbor resentment for what you did. You thought about what was best for this country more than anyone else I know. Your patriotism was genuine and heartfelt. I don't regret following you at all. I'm honored that I could. It's certainly true that doing so has become a significant obstacle in my chances of promotion. But I couldn't care less about that. As long as I continue to serve in the military, to serve the country I love with all my heart, I am happy. Now that I harbor no ill feelings towards you regarding the past. But what are you doing now? You used to worry about the country's future more than any of us. You care for it more than any other. Yet instead of picking yourself up and trying to work for your nation again, you left the army behind. I said beside. Was it beside? I don't even remember. And now you're running some sort of company that deals with the rich. Just what happened to your patriotism? Thundercrack. I beg you, return to the military. You're a capable man. Those skills of yours would be a valuable asset to the force. And it's where you should be using them. I'm sorry, Sender. Can I return to the army again? Why? Why, Colonel? You've repented more than enough for your actions. Both General Morgan and Brigadier General Bright actively desire your return. I and all the other soldiers in my position will be overjoyed to have you in our ranks again. So why? Why do you look at me with such a sad expression? Tell me it's not possible. Why would you apologize to me? Make no mistake, Sender. I haven't abandoned my love for this country. It burns as brightly in my heart as it ever did. But what I did was... what I did was truly terrible. I organized a coup d'etat, destabilizing this nation and disrupting the lives of countless people. Thanks to the help of all those around me, I was able to realize what a foolish mistake I made. And yet in my heart, I feel exactly the same way as I did. I'm not sure what you mean. In spite of all that happened, my love for this country is unchanged. I still feel a blind desire to do anything I can do to aid Libero. Well, I guess it's actually pronounced liberal. I learned that. I learned that looking at some of the cutscenes from Trails in the Sky remake for the first chapter, which we will be doing, guys. We will be doing the remake. I probably won't touch the remake though for a very long time. Probably not until I catch up, and then we'll go back and do the remake, because by that time they should make. Because I believe they're doing the first 3 games, the Sky trilogy. I believe they're doing that as a remake, but who knows? I heard that second chapter is already in the making. So we will see. We will see. But we will get to that game eventually. But yeah, I still feel a blind desire to do anything that I can to help liberate. Alright, yeah. No matter how reckless or dangerous it may be. Yes, it's pronounced liberal, but I keep saying libero. But I like libero because liberal just doesn't sound right. Anyways. I'm the same man that I was when I plotted the coup d'etat. Now the thing has changed. That thought center terrifies me. Then, you didn't leave the military because you had lost your love for the country? You're saying that you left because you still love your country. Forgive me. I have no right of making excuses to you in trying to justify myself. Not after I dragged all you down with me and ruined your lives forever. I truly am sorry for what I did to you all and all of the other members of the division. You? No, you. Please, don't misunderstand. I didn't leave the army in an attempt to run from my own weakness. Nor did I leave it because I was ashamed of the treatment I received for my actions. After what happened, I thought long and hard about what I should have done instead of what I did. Trying to work out where I'd gone wrong. As I did that, I noticed something. Something... How do you pronounce that? Vitally important? Vitally. Oh my gosh, I can't read. Vitally important that I had failed to realize up until that point. After setting up the intelligence division, I began gathering information and using it to protect Libero. Yeah, I'm going to still say Libero, guys, even though I know it's pronounced liberal. It just sounds better to me. Yet, thinking about it now, I don't know the first thing about the nature of information at the time. Information isn't something that exists alone. It only exists when people use it to see it as something of worth. Furthermore, the value of the information can change radically depending on the position of the perspective of those who look at it. I can't help but wonder if overlooking this simple fact was what caused the patriotism to start to become more of a force for harm than good. Somewhere along the line, I started to believe that the only information I saw as valuable was of any importance. Oh, excuse me. Whew. And as a result, I ended up wanting power in order to compensate for the weakness of my own heart. Thinking back, I think what I really needed was a different perspective through which to view the information. One separate from the military. One that doesn't see a country of people's one that doesn't see a country or people's way of life as a system or as a number of absolutes. I needed to be collecting information that was disadvantaged to Libero rather than cast it all aside. I needed to view us and the surrounding nations in a variety of lights while collecting a wide variety of information from a freer perspective. So you believe the company that you are running now is capable of doing that? Yes, I do. I can say for sure that this will allow me to avoid repeating my past mistakes. Perhaps there's something more important that I should have been doing before giving thought to any of this to begin with. But in the end, I came to the conclusion that Libero needs a fresh perspective, and I then resolved to leave the army. If it needs a means to gather intel, it can make another intelligence division. That is for Brigadier General Bright to worry about, not me. Still, the civilian population has no such group or organization. It's never had one. I doubt anyone in the civilian world has ever thought to create one in order to accurately analyze information either. That was why I, as a civilian, like every other, choose to establish the RNA research. Believing that I'm the right person to be the first to do so. Ooh, I need a break from talking. This is what I get for not reading out loud. Anyways. You truly don't have any intention of returning to the military, do you? If I said there wasn't a part of me that longed to return to my days as active service, I would be lying. But I'm hoping that through this, I will be able to become another eye by which the support of this nation, sure. And sorry, hold on. I just have to take a sip of water. Okay, here we go. And I see the current occupation as a new way to show my love for my country. I wonder if that makes any sense. You're a coward. No doubt every word that you're saying is objectively correct. That's how you've always been. There's never been room for rebuttal in your arguments. But Colonel, you're also no longer the man who swore to forge the kingdom's future with his own two hands. Goodbye, Colonel. We will never meet again. Huh? Sure, fine. So whatever. Sometimes you guys just gotta let people go. Ain't no sweat off his back, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's not true. It's not true at all, Cinder. I've chosen a path I now walk believing it to be right, certainly. But even if I don't know for sure, if what I'm doing is correct. Even now, I'm terrified of the possibility that I might be making the wrong choice. I worry that the road I walk might be the making of yet another grave mistake. I just don't have the same power. I just don't have the same power that Brigadier General Bright does. I really am hopeless. Sir? You didn't have to come out here in the rain. We should return to the office. You'll catch a cold staying here much longer. Kanon, I'm sure he's just having trouble coming to terms with your new life. He just can't forget the fervor and enthusiasm of the intelligence division. As if he doesn't feel like he belongs in the world that comes after. The day will eventually come when... the day will eventually come when he will be able to understand what you said. That's exactly what happened to me, you know. True enough, I suppose. You're right. Shall we be going then, Kanon? Yes, sir. Alrighty. I mean, to be fair, not to be fair. That's not the word. That's not the words I wanted to use. I mean, everyone's gonna have their own opinion about you or whatever, and it's one of those things where it's just like, who cares, for the most part. yeah, like who, like in all honesty, who cares? Like I'll even go as further. I know that a lot of you, I know that there's a lot of you in here that don't believe in God, but it's just like, sorry, I just got an email, or not an email, but I was looking at something. Well, technically it was an email. But yeah, for the believer, for the believers in God, it's just like, who cares what other people think about us? We know what it is. We stand for God and all that. There's people who don't stand for God, and they're gonna look at you crazy. You're gonna have old friends that are gonna leave, that want to leave you because you gave your life to God. I know that there's some people who stopped messaging me. They stopped texting me, stopped being my, not, I wouldn't necessarily say stop being my friend, but I don't talk to them as much as I used to when they found out that I gave my life to God. And I'm pretty sure it's happened to others as well. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, in all honesty, it doesn't matter what they think, it matters what God thinks. And that's the way that I see it. And you can apply that to here with this. Like, who cares what that guy thinks of him? Richard is doing what he believes is better for him, and as well as better for the country that he loves, by starting his own intelligence division strictly for the people, the citizens, which I can respect that. I can respect that. And it's just like, one, this person used to be your subordinate. And I hate to say it like this, but literally his opinion should not matter to Richard whatsoever. Now, I would say that it shouldn't matter, but at the same time, I would say that it kind of matters, simply because Richard, it was a leader. Like I said, he was. And one thing that I've learned, at least in being a leadership role, which is like, a lot of leaders like to be powerful. Like, you can see it with bosses as well. I've had a few bosses that just abused their power before. But it's just like, from what I've learned, at least from being a leader, is just like, sure, you have the final say. You have the final say when it comes to things. However, you shouldn't dismiss the concerns that the people who are under you have. Take the time to listen what they want. Like, you listen to them, understand where they're coming from, and actually think it over, right? Actually think it over what their concerns are, and get back with them. And if it's something that you just don't see being a thing, you let them know. Be like, hey, I listened to what you have to say. I thought it over. I don't think this is the right course of action. I think we should do this or that. That's what I believe that a good leader is. I even, because I see it with my family. My dad, he is the head of the household. My mom understands that. My mom, they do make decisions. They do make decisions together. She will say like, hey, I think we should go about this route. And my dad, he will see it. And sometimes he doesn't agree with her. And he was like, hey, he's like, I thought about it. However, I think we should go this direction instead of this. And there's been times when he has agreed with her and went with her direction. And it's funny because I've gotten a couple of looks from some women when I told them like, yeah, like if I was going to be in a relationship, I want her to know that I want to be the head of the relationship, not saying that I'm going to be solely making decisions by myself. No, I will come to her. I will talk to her about certain things, but ultimately I will make the final decision, and you can't be mad at me if something goes wrong. And every time they say, and every time they hear that, they get all pissy with me. It's like, oh, you just want to control I'm like, no, that has nothing to, that's not what I said. And I do think a lot of women have problems with that. Not all of them, but I do know a lot of them do. But yeah, what I think it is, they can't get past the part where I said I want to be the head of the relationship, and after that they just go crazy. Not crazy. They just go they don't see past the part where it says I want to lead the relationship. Because I've seen how it works. My pops has led my family, and it worked. And I'm only going by what worked. Not saying that other stuff can, but I've seen what happened I've seen how my family works, and it worked. So hey, that's just all it is. But let's get back into this. I probably pissed off some people. Anyways, let's go. I wasn't expecting I wasn't supposed to blah blah blah. I wasn't expecting it to end up quite this soaked. Are you all right? I'm fine. Don't worry about me. This actually brings back fond memories of survival training I underwent back in the academy. I do think you should go and get changed to some dry clothes, sir. A little rain never hurt anyone. I don't believe I was half as bad at my own survival training, you know. Even then? Who calling? Huh, an encrypted call. Alright, Dylan's did mention that he had some information of interest in his report earlier. Perhaps this relates to that. Sounds possible. Which would mean that something has happened over in the Republic. Ooh. Or is that a fax machine? Yes, it's me. Can you please stop calling me that? Yes, that's right. Yes? In the Eastern Quarter. We don't have anyone there yet. I'm thinking about it. Alright, I'll look into it the best that I can. Right. You be careful too. Has something happened? Another Jaeger Corps has entered the Eastern Quarter. A sizable one. 2. The Red Constellation. Ooh, hold on. Wait a minute. That sounds familiar. I have to look up something real quick, guys. Give me a sec. Okay, yep, that's the Jaeger Corps I was thinking of. All right, yep, I know these guys, the Red Constellation. I'm just gonna say it now because it's probably gonna be forever. We will see the Red Constellation in a future game. We will see them, because I know I'm gonna forget by the time we actually do see them. So yeah, but yeah, we will definitely see Red Constellation. So that was the first mention of them. Anyways, really. There seems to be a lot of activity on the Jaeger front as of late. Their arrival makes it very likely that the powerful struggle there will begin to worsen too. Golly, I cannot read. I doubt the old intelligence division network is going to be sufficient to fully stay on top of the situation. I think I may have to head there personally. Dude, seeing him go up against a Jaeger Corps, yeah, they're all demolished. Well, I don't know. Red Constellation is actually pretty OD. And I know exactly what they're talking about, too. Talking about some struggle. Woo, yeah. If you guys know, you know. For all those who are probably just rewatches because they, or just like going through the story again, just because, yeah, you guys know. Alright, I still have my doubts about what I'm doing. Nothing about my love for the country has changed. Nothing at all. So, it is even possible for me to find a walk in the right path this time. It is truly possible for... Yeah, it is truly possible... Is it truly possible for any mortal to forge the correct path through life? I don't know. But, all I can do is try to follow the path that I believe to be the right one in hopes that it's not a mistake. Believing those who have supported me and worked to right my wrongs. Golly, I suck. Sir? Is something wrong, sir? Oh, you're here, Kanon. I did tell you that I didn't need you to come see me off, you know. You did, but I'm afraid that simply won't do. Seeing off your superiors is the duty of a subordinate. Perhaps in the military, but that's no longer the world that we live in. There's no need to act like a soldier anymore. Oh, and one more thing. Jackie's uncle? One more thing! Anyways. Please do take care of please do take care of things in the office when I'm gone. Or while I'm gone. I think the odds of any large request you'll struggle to handle without me coming in are fairly low, at least. But, leave everything to me, sir. I'll be sure to handle every request that comes in with care and kindness. I'm well aware that you always look forward to taking on the small requests too. So, they will be given the same high standard of service as any other. Huh, well, you know me too well. See, Richard is literally the prime example of anyone can change. Now, granted, I do agree that anyone can change. But I will also say that most people are not willing to change. That's what I will say. See? What on earth is Julius Bird doing here? He's like, hey, y'all, what's poppin'? What's good? I got something for you. Alright. Don't you just sit on His Excellency's arm as if you're his own personal property? Terrible. Anyways, please, Kanon. There's just no need to glare at him like that. Also, please stop calling me Your Excellency. He's like, yeah, but you can call me Your Excellency. Alright, Richard then noticed that there was a note attached to Sieg's leg. What's this? It's addressed to me. Alright, Richard took the memo off of Sieg's leg. This looks like a letter from HQ. As in military HQ? Why is the Royal Guard carrier Falcon bringing a message to you? Who knows? Its writer is a real slave driver, though. Thank you for delivering this, man. I mean, see, I said, man, what? That's not his character. Anyways. Let him know that I've accepted his request. Yeah, will do. Peace. Sir? Was that? See for yourself. Best of luck on your little trip. We'd like to know what the Red Constellation is up to, too. So we appreciate you looking into this for us on our side. Honestly. I hope you don't think... I hope you don't think this information is gonna come cheap, Brigadier General. Hey, Cassius sent them the note. Cool. He must have just been with Julia and Chloe. Or just Chloe in general. Alrighty, that I didn't remember. Alright, this side story is over. How long did that take? Oh. Oh, we got covert. I was wondering when I was gonna get covert. Alright, well, that's that. We're going to call it quits for right now. This recording is still going to go on. I'm just calling it, I'm saying recording. This recording, ooh, that was like 40 minutes too. Golly, yeah, they did say it was about 20-40 minutes long. So, yeah, before we get started with that, not started, I'm going to make another cut. We're going to go into the boss fight. You guys see, I probably won't even record, maybe tomorrow. Probably tonight when I get off work, because I do got to be at work in a couple hours. But, yeah, guys. See you in a bit.